Business ethics moral dilemma. What would you do? Hello everyone. This week we are discussing business ethics and moral decision-making. Ethics is not just about knowing the difference between right and wrong. It is also about what we do when doing the right thing is difficult, risky, or uncomfortable. Today, I want you to think about a real-world business ethics dilemma. Imagine you work for a major automobile company. Your company sells diesel vehicles that are advertised as clean, efficient, and environmentally friendly. Customers trust the company. Regulators approve the vehicles. Sales are strong. But then you learn something troubling. Here is the situation. You discover that certain vehicles have software designed to recognize when the car is being tested for emissions. During the official test, the vehicle appears to meet environmental standards. But during normal driving, the vehicle produces much higher emissions than customers, regulators, and the public were led to believe. In other words, the company is not just making a mistake, it appears to be cheating the test. Here is the evidence you know as an employee. First, engineers and managers know the vehicles do not perform the same way on the road as they do during testing. Second, the vehicles are being marketed to customers as environmentally responsible. Third, regulators are being given results that do not reflect normal driving conditions. Fourth, customers are paying for a product based on trust, performance claims, and the company's reputation. Finally, if the truth becomes public, the company could face lawsuits, fines, recalls, damaged trust, and serious harm to its reputation. Now here is your dilemma. You are not the CEO. You are not the final decision maker. You are an employee who has learned that something unethical may be happening. If you speak up, you could risk your job, your relationships at work, and your future with the company. If you stay quiet, customers may continue to be misled, regulators may continue to receive inaccurate information, and the public may continue to be harmed. So what should you do? Think carefully about these questions. What responsibility does an employee have when they discover unethical conduct? Should loyalty to the company ever come before honesty with customers and regulators? Would you report the issue to a supervisor first? Would you use an internal ethics hotline? Would you document what you know? Would you become a whistleblower if the company refused to act? And what if speaking up could cost you your job? This case connects to several important business ethics concepts. It involves honesty and communication, responsibility to customers, responsibility to the environment, legal compliance, organizational culture, and the pressure employees may feel to protect the company instead of doing what is right. It also reminds us that unethical decisions are not always made all at once. Sometimes they happen step by step when people ignore warning signs, stay silent, or convince themselves that everyone else is doing it. Place yourself in the role of the employee. You know the company is misleading customers and regulators. You know the issue could harm the public and damage trust. You also know that reporting the problem could create personal and professional consequences for you. What would you do? Use ethical reasoning. Do not simply say, "I would report it," or "I would stay quiet." Think about why you would do it. What values guide your decision? Who could be harmed? What are the risks of action? What are the risks of silence? What would a responsible employee do? Doing the right thing is easy to talk about. It's always easy to do the right thing when someone is watching you. The real test is what we do when it costs us something. What would you do if no one knew you knew?